Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and welcome back to New City. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am having a fantastic day. Now, last episode, we kind of ended off by getting our entire town built up to about 25k in population, but we're not inside that town anymore. Unfortunately, after I got done playing on that save, the save got corrupted after the latest update, which released. No, I'm not joking you on this, which released literally the day after I uploaded the video. So I wasn't really able to get that save recovered. So I've decided to go and start up a new city. It will still be a part of the same series. I'm not going to go ahead and create a completely new playlist for this series or for this entire city, but it will still be a city nonetheless. Now, I do want to go and get your guys' opinion. Do you guys primarily want to see this in a time-lapse portion for this part of the series? Because I kind of just want to get back up to 25k in population before I go ahead and slow down at all, since we've already really covered the basics and beginnings of actual building. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a short time lapse. Now, for you guys, it will be about like 5, maybe 10 minutes. For me, it's going to be more like an hour. So, let's not dilly-dally any longer and let's go and get started. Okay, guys, so we are getting straight on into this little time lapse, and I gotta say, this time lapse was actually shorter than what I thought. You guys can already see by looking at the timestamps, or the actual time length for the video, that the actual time lapse itself is not even gonna be like 8 minutes long, because I'm looking through it right now, and yeah, it's only about like 8 minutes long, and that was a half hour's worth of actually building up the population. Now, why did I only decide to do a half hour's worth? Because really I wanted to go ahead and try to get to 5,000 before I went any further. And I do want to go and quickly mention here, while the time lapse is running in front of you guys, that this right here is something that I didn't even know you can do. So you guys kind of saw how I was able to lay the roads as I did, and kind of like have them be so close together that you can literally have them be like compact housing. You guys possibly have seen it already inside of the thumbnail, which I gotta say, it was pretty good. It was really good, actually. How I was able to do that. I was able to get them compact enough to the point where I was like, you know what, this is actually really good. Now, here you can see me go ahead and get started with a little agricultural area. And this, I really wanted to go ahead and try to focus on the spacing issue, like trying to keep our space between our agricultural and our residential area kind of at a good standpoint. I didn't really want the agricultural area to intrude on the residential area, but unfortunately, towards the later half of the video, you guys will actually see that. We did end up putting more agricultural area down than I would say would be needed, but according to game's algorithm, it's what's required, because the game always has these buildings saying we need workers, we need them now. But apparently the game isn't recognizing that there is plenty of workers available, and all we need to do is just for them to find a job. That's literally it. I do recognize that this part right here may seem a little bit tedious at first, but I am doing it this way to go ahead and make it a bit easier for the road layouts, and it looks really nice. I gotta say that. It looks really nice. Right here, I'm kind of like doing a little bit more with the diagonals, and this entire section, by the way, is built entirely on diagonal. So it's not going to be completely straight, but it is going to be like really good. Another thing that I want to go and quickly mention to you guys is kind of to touch on what we talked about at the beginning of the episode. Like, do you guys want to see this type of video where we're doing a lot more of the time-lapse based interactions rather than the actual like standard upload interactions? So that's something that I want to go and get your guys' opinions on. If you want, let me know down in the comment section. And something that I kind of wanted to go and touch on here a little bit is throughout the month, I usually take a look at the YouTube analytics. And when I usually do, I usually take a look at three numbers. The average view duration per video, the subscribers that are gained throughout the month, and the average the watch time for each video. And typically, the watch time for each video is, of course, the lowest of one of them all. But the subscriber count is really what I've been surprised with this month. This has been the highest subscriber count, change in an entire month that I've had since, 2017, when I had that big boom from Skystorm's channel. If you guys remember that, if you guys are a little bit of an OG and have been here since then. I do want to go and quickly mention that that was the craziest time. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, we have about I think it's roughly 18 people subscribing per month at the moment. That might change in about a month or two, but that's the current rate in which I'm gaining subscribers, which, don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly fine with that, because that just means that my channel is actually going to get more subscribers, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing whatsoever. And that just means that it's more people that will want to watch the videos. And that's the whole idea of me creating content. I just want to make more videos for people to go and watch and enjoy. It's not that complicated, to be honest with you. But another thing that I do want to go and quickly touch on is I was looking at the subscriber stats, and I noticed that most of my viewers, about 80%, have not subscribed. So if I were to ask you right now to consider subscribing, will you? Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you really want to. And who knows, maybe there will be a cause and effect after that. We'll find out. Anyway, we are more than halfway through this time lapse. Oh my goodness. And I'm running out of things to talk about. Yay. So with that being said, I'm not too sure, but I think next episode we're going to try, try really hard because I'm not too sure. We're going to try and get our population up to about 15K. That, I think, is going to be our next milestone to go and try to get to. I also want to try and focus on getting some education inside the city. And I also want to try and focus on getting the police station unlocked as well. And most likely we'll get the city hall placed down at some point. Now, earlier I mentioned that we are getting agricultural really close to the actual residential area. And this is what I'm talking about right here, where we actually get really close to the point where we're able to connect with a 1 unit wide road. And when I mean 1 unit wide, that means the length between one point to another based off of the grid. And that's what I was really concerned about. Like, do we really want to have that type of connection? Because I don't think that's going to be interesting in the long run. Now, right here, I'm kind of doing a little bit more residential area, and I'm kind of incorporating the agricultural bit to it as well. And I'm doing the same type of layout that I did earlier, where I'm utilizing like the really small gaps between the roads and a whole bunch of residential areas just going in there. And this is going to get us up to 5,000. In fact, we hit it right about now. And that's actually really good for us, because now we can go and pretty much do everything that we need to. Anyway, that is the end of the time lapse. Enjoy. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a time lapse. And I think after that time lapse, that time lapse was actually shorter than I thought it would take. That took about 30 minutes. I'm not too sure if I said that in the voiceover or not, but that took about 30 minutes to go in and just get up to about 5,000 populations. So most likely between this episode and next episode, I will be trying to get the population up to about 25K. And hopefully by then we can start progressing back on track to where we were in the last episode. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I know it was mostly a time lapse, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Ciao for now.